This bread maker right here can make ice cream using the ice cream attachment. This is frozen yogurt with a very nice soft serve texture. This we can make bread as well. There are 25 different options for you to choose from using this bread maker. This video will have all of those parts. This is a full review and honest feedback for the Petrus bread maker. This is the 2-pound model. It's color white. So make sure to stay until the end of this video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Welcome to EJbitS. Again, this video will have 2 bread recipes as well as 1 frozen yogurt ice cream recipe. So this video will have the unboxing experience. You can purchase this product from Lazada Mall, which means it's legit. Again, Petrus PE8860YE 2-pound multifunction bread maker. Again, with 25 menu options. The unboxing experience was very nice. It came with bubble wrap. It comes with this bread pan, which is non-stick. Very, very good. As you can see, the machine looks very nice and modern. Great for your home kitchen. And as you can see, it doesn't slide around easily. This one right here, this is their ice cream attachment. It can create ice cream. You have your sherbet and many other recipes using this ice cream attachment. Just make sure that you always store this upright so that this ice cream bucket won't break and its refrigerant fluids inside. Also, the language, it comes with an English sticker which you can definitely paste on top of this panel right here so that you have English instructions for the panel as well as the different menu items. As you can see right here, there are 25 different menu options. The interface is very easy to use. The buttons are nice and easy to press. So I have no problems with the actual usage of this device. So let's start with our bread process. This is the quick bread method using the 6th program. As we can see here, this is the 500-gram variant of the recipe. Be sure to follow the exact order listed in the instruction manual. So start with the wet ingredients first, then the dry ingredients, and at the very, very top, you have your yeast. So this is 3 grams of yeast for 500 grams worth of bread. And now we are clicking our panel. This is very easy to use. It lights up as you can see. So we are going to our 6th, program. And it's 2 hours to bake for the 750-gram variant. This one right here is the color. I want the color to be nice and golden brown. So we pick this 3rd option right here and we click 500 grams as you can see. And then click on the start button right here, right now. And the program will start. I hope you can hear that noise. It's very, very nice. It's very satisfying to see the actual dough being formed. As we can see here, the dough is quite wet. So I added, just a few teaspoons of flour. We are using bread flour for this, instruction. And it now forms into an actual dough ball. As you can see, we have some flour at the sides. Just make sure to scrape that using, a silicone spatula. Don't break the non-stick coating of the actual bread pan. And after the 2 hours, we have our bread. Of course, this is time-lapse. This is all, very quickly edited so that I don't waste your time since we have another bread recipe as well as a frozen yogurt ice cream recipe. So stay tuned until the end for that. As you can see, the bread pan, we didn't put any oil, but we did put butter in the actual bread recipe. So now we are, just releasing this from the non-stick surface of the bread pan. Very easy to use. We can see that the dough paddle is already attached. And, it created, this small hole, but it's not really too major. We can see a nice golden brown color all throughout, except for the top, as you can see. But this is normal. We can see that, the flakes of flour are still there, but those are definitely edible and crispy. We have a nice texture for the bread, very nice and soft, fluffy. And since we used bread flour, which is actually high gluten flour, it's definitely, more chewy than your regular tasty bread. And I would say that this has a very, very nice and, fluffy, chewy texture compared to your ordinary tasty bread. And this is homemade, as you can see right here, using the bread machine. So if you would like to add this to your morning routine, create your bread, that's definitely a possibility. This bread maker also has a delay function, which means that you can, put the ingredients inside, set a delay for probably 5 to 6 hours. When you wake up to a nice fresh bread. Just make sure that you don't have any perishable items such as milk and egg using the delay function. So those are just in the instruction manual. Make sure to read that, right? If you want a more in-depth explanation on, why those things need to be followed. This part right here, the middle part of the bread with, the dough paddle, it has, just a slight deformity as well as, the whole inside of the bread. But this is definitely nothing major. It's just something visual and, it doesn't affect the taste of the actual bread. We move on to our next recipe. This is what I would consider the Christmas loaf. But this is actually the program 2, the French bread, and we are going to be using the 750 gram variant. So this is going to be, the middle variant. We are adding all of our wet ingredients first, the butter, the sugar, the milk powder, the egg, the bread flour. We are still using bread flour, and the yeast on top. Take a look at the right side of the screen. For the nut dispenser, this is an automatic nut dispenser. Just place all of your nuts, your dried fruits, raisins, cranberry, as well as your different nuts inside of this little compartment right here, and it will automatically dispense at the perfect time. If you put your nuts too early in your dough, the nuts will lose their flavor. So that's, we want to prevent that as much as possible. So just make sure to close it tightly, and this won't open. Don't worry about it. There is, a button that, accesses the actual compartment for the nuts to dispense at the perfect time. Just make sure to attach it properly so that the nuts will actually dispense. And we are going to our second program, which is the French bread. It takes 4 hours to do for the 750 gram variant. And we also want maximum color for this one. As we can hear and as we can see from the inside of the device, it's starting to, mix all of these ingredients together. Of course, make sure that your yeast is alive. If not, your dough will not rise properly and you won't have the right texture as well as, the airiness of the bread. We can see that the dough is properly mixed already. This is all part of the process. And we can see here that the nuts dispensed at the right time. Now the dough is actually starting to rise. As you can see, this is the final product. It bakes it, it mixes it. You can create your pizza dough in this machine. Just click on the mixing function. And now we are slicing our Christmas loaf, so to say. So this has dried cranberries, very festive in terms of, the ingredients, very nice and fluffy texture. Again, since this French bread uses milk, as well as, we have our very nice and fluffy texture because of the bread flour. We are using strong flour, or this is, high protein, high gluten flour. So very good for, the bodybuilders out there. Nice and chewy texture. So again, perfectly made bread. The top could be a bit more brown, but that's just me. Now we move on to our third recipe for today's video. It has 4 ingredients. It's a very simple ice cream yogurt recipe. Please put this ice cream bucket inside of the freezer for at least 16 hours or more, as indicated in the instruction manual. And here's where my mistake starts. Make sure to turn on the actual paddle already. Make sure to turn this on. It should be spinning while you pour in your ingredients so that the sides don't freeze, So this is my mistake. So make sure that it's, mixing when you add your ingredients. That's a very, very important step, and I wasn't able to follow that. So again, 4 ingredients. We have our cream, we have yogurt, we have condensed milk for the sweetness, as well as, vanilla extract. It's very simple. And, just make sure to really turn this on right away. As you can see, we have clumps. That's because I didn't follow the instructions. But that's totally fine. It's easily recoverable. And as we can see right here, it's starting to thicken. We are adding our vanilla extract. So this is to add, the nice vanilla flavor. And after a few minutes of mixing, up to 15 minutes of mixing, 20 minutes of mixing, you have very nice soft serve, consistency. If you would like, a more thick consistency for your ice cream, be sure to follow a recipe that, is actually for ice cream, more cream, less of the yogurt, and using an ice cream machine. So the texture of this, it's just like your, little tubs of yogurt, very nice and sweet, not super sweet, but it has a very nice soft serve quality to it. Overall, I rate this Petrus bread maker a 10 out of 10. It was very simple to use and I really enjoyed using it for our 3 recipes in today's video. I'll definitely be using this in our household kitchen. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for our future uploads. Thank you for watching.